God! Give me just a few seconds to adjust my eyes to the brightness of my vanity. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be talking about my product empties. These are the products that I have either emptied totally, or I've used up in such a way that I don't want to use them all up anymore. Just some products that I have hit major pan on. So, without further ado, let's start. So here's my paper bag containing the products that I'm going to talk about today. And I don't really know where this paper bag came from. You know, it says Hamleys, the finest toy shop in the world. I'm gonna go through the things that I emptied in this paper bag. So I have quite a few items. I have makeup and skincare and makeup remover items. Let me start with the things that I have already hit pan on. The first thing here I have with me is the Benefit Sugarlicious Deliciously Nude Lip and Cheek Kit. In this box, you have 4 mini items from Benefit. This kit has the Sugar Bomb Ultra Plush Gloss, the Sugar Bomb Powder Blush, the High Beam, and Benetint, which is their famous lip and cheek tint. And then when you open it, oh, it comes with this plastic thing and a little bit of a leaflet right here. And it also comes with a tips and tricks flap that opens up to a mirror right here. So the blush is the only remaining product I have left in this kit. The lip gloss is currently in my vanity. I use it sometimes, you know, just to put a little bit of a gloss on my lips, just to not make my lips look too matte and too flat. And the Benetint is also in my vanity. But the High Beam, I gave it away because I have 3 of these palettes actually. I have 2 others, which I'm going to show you later. But the one that I already used up was the Feelin' Dandy Lip and Cheek Kit. But anyway, I'm going to first talk about this kit. So I only have the blush right here. This is the Sugar Bomb. This is the Sugar Bomb blush, and it has 4 shades, all in the nude spectrum. A little bit warm actually. This one just gives you a natural, fresh and natural looking glow. I purchased this one when I went to Singapore some years ago, and I purchased it off of their Sephora boutique. I found it there and I decided I wanted to get it because I was actually trying to complete the 3 palettes. This was the last one that I picked up out of the 3 that I had. So my thoughts on this one, the lip gloss in this kit is not too bad. It has a nudie beige brownish kind of tint to it. It has a little bit of glitter, but the glitters are, for me at least, they don't look that chunky. The gloss is okay, it's not my favorite, but you know, it's okay. It's a little bit sticky, which is common to lip glosses. It's not the kind of sticky that makes me... It's not the sticky type that I hate. It's something that I can handle. It's something that is normal for a lip gloss. So for me, it's not something I was wowed about, but it's okay. It's okay. The Benetint and the High Beam. The High Beam, I gave out 2 of the ones that I had and I only kept 1. And I didn't really like that too. I was not a fan of liquid highlighters. And even now, I still prefer powder highlighters over liquid highlighters. I didn't really use it too much before, but for me, I think it would work if you want something that's a little bit more stroby. A highlighter that's intense and it's in liquid form. If you really want something like that, then you can try that one out. It has a little bit of a pinky, pearly sheen to it. For me, it is a highlighter better suited for evening events because it's really intense. Although the consistency is not at all watery, but it's not creamy. I cannot give a really good description to that, but then that's how the consistency of the highlighter is. It's not my favorite, to be honest. Liquid highlighters, I can live without them. I seriously prefer powder highlighters over liquid highlighters, and that's just me. But for this one, although it's really good if you want something really stroby, then you can go and get that one. But for me, it's just not my favorite. The Benetint is also not my favorite. I'm so sorry. I know it's a cult favorite and it's a hot item from Benefit, but the Benetint for me is just a little bit too hard to blend. You have to work really, really fast, and being really, really fast is not enough. It comes in this packaging with an applicator similar to that of a nail polish, you know, the brush tip end. And when you put that on your cheeks, it almost always leaves a trace of where you first placed the brush. And it's hard to blend out because it somehow just always stays there. Even if the surrounding area of where you put that lip and cheek tint has blended out, the part of your face where the brush first hits does not blend out, and it's so obvious because you literally have a line right there. I'm not sure if I have the same experience with everyone else who has used this lip and cheek tints from Benefit, but my experience was such, and for me, it's a no. And even if used as a lip tint, it does not color the entirety of my lips. You know, the fullest part of my lips, like in this area and this area, just does not do the job. It just does not color. The only thing that it colors is the outline of my lips, and whenever I do that and then I eat something, the color doesn't stay, and I always end up with an outline of my lips and it looks ugly. This is just my honest review about that. For the blush, I don't know if I just got a bad item. Not to talk badly about Benefit, but when I first got this and swatched this immediately after I purchased it, you know, I went back to my hotel and decided to try it out. It's as if like there was no color at all. I did not see any pigment transfer from the brush to my face. I didn't know whether it was just marketed as that because it's supposed to be a natural looking glow, but for me it just didn't do any kind of blushing on my cheeks, and I was wondering whether I just got myself a bad item. I never really checked whether it had the same effect to anyone else who bought this kit, but that was my experience at least, and for me it just did not work. I am swatching my finger in this blush, okay? And I'm going to swatch it at the back of my hand. If you can see the blush, which I don't think you can, it does not actually give a lot of color, but it does have a subtle sheen going on. I mean, look at this. This is the swatch I have on my finger, and this is the swatch that I have at the back of my hand. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, but it does have a subtle sheen glow thing going on. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if the pigment from the blush has a little bit more of an intensity to it, then I would probably go for this one more often. And the one that I have with me right now is a little bit too dry and too stiff. That's why I couldn't really get much pigment out of it. Maybe it's because I just had it for quite some time already. I should probably be throwing this one out. I don't really like a blush that's way too subtle. I don't want to work my brush in the blush. Here we go again with a tongue twister, and I would like scrape off the surface and keep on doing that. It just takes too much time. So for me, the Sugarlicious kit is not my favorite. But if you really like the look of subtle, natural, almost barely there kind of makeup look, then definitely check this one out. But I would have to caution you on the Benetint because of what I said a while ago. It kind of leaves an outline on your lips, and that's not cute. I believe this one currently retails for 1,600 in Sephora PH and Rustams. So the next kit that I have from Benefit is the Tropicoral one. So same as the previous palette I showed you, the only thing that I have remaining in this kit is the blush. Compared to the blush from the Sugarlicious kit, this one actually feels a little bit more powdery. Okay, they're actually very similar, but this is the blush from Tropicoral, and this one has a little bit more of a peachy pink undertone compared to this one, which has a little bit more of a beigey undertone to it. So this one is Tropicoral, the one that I'm currently talking about. It comes with the Ultra Plush Gloss in Coralista and the Cha-Cha tint. The Cha-Cha tint obviously has a strong orange shade, which is not my favorite because anything orange on my lips makes my teeth look yellower than it already is, and I hate it. And Coralista, this one, I already used this one up, so I'm just pretty much going to say the same thing about the tint and the lip gloss. It's also not my favorite. But if you're someone who really likes something that just makes you look sun-kissed and summery and tropical, then you're definitely gonna like this one. Again, I just have to warn you about the Cha-Cha tint. It has the same effect when you put it on your cheeks. It leaves a stain, like stain. The next thing I'm going to talk about is this one from Sleek Makeup. This is the Base Duo Kit Moisturizing Foundation with SPF 15 and a pressed powder. I have this in the shade White Rose. So it's just a 2-layer compact actually. Both have mirrors. I really like this packaging, save for the fact that it doesn't come with a compartment that you can put your sponge or your puff. Obviously used up the powder, but I haven't been using the cream foundation in this kit. This is in the shade White Rose. It's actually the lightest shade that was available here in the Philippines, but for me it's still a little bit too yellow. And whenever I put this on my face, I just look like I have jaundice. And I realized that cream foundations on me don't look as nice as they used to. I think it's because of my skin condition these days. Some parts of my face are dry, some parts of my face are fine. Combination oily, combination dry, I don't know. Certain parts of my face would work well with this cream foundation, but others would just break it down like crazy. I would not use this even as an everyday kind of foundation. It's a little bit too heavy, it's cream. Besides, this one is no longer available in the Philippines. This one has already been phased out. But the powder was not so bad, obviously I used it up. It doesn't provide much oil control, but it does give a smooth finish, mattifies your skin, but it does not control oil. That's the only thing that I don't like about that powder. But I can look past that. I just have to make sure that I don't use it on my T-zone, because at the end of the day, if I don't use a mattifying primer, a really good mattifying primer at that, it's just gonna make my nose area look gross. So the next thing on my list is this Someone please tell me how to pronounce this brand. Majolica, Majorca? Majolica, Majorca? This is actually a drugstore brand from Japan, but this is locally available. This is the Majolica Majorca Pore Cover Powder. So it has a quite like a bulky compact, to be honest. And you have a mirror, which comes in handy. The only thing I don't like about the packaging is that it doesn't come with a separator for you to put your sponge in. So this one's obviously panned. I mean, look at that. That's one big dent. The powder is actually a little bit translucent, more suitable for people with fair or light skin tones. This one would go on invisibly on the skin. If you have darker skin tone, like maybe a medium skin tone, then this one would probably make you look like you have a mask on your face. It actually smoothens your skin, mattifies it for a few hours, but this one just doesn't do anything for oil control. I'm sorry. I like the powder. It's actually very lightweight. It does not give additional coverage. And what I think about this powder is that when you first apply it, it looks really nice, but it just does not hold up too well throughout the day. And you cannot use this if you have oily skin because this powder just doesn't do anything for oil control. This one would mattify, this one would smoothen your skin, it would make it look poreless, but it would not last throughout the day. You can actually purchase the refill separately. I did repurchase it because I like the shade. It's translucent and it gives my skin like a brightening effect in some way. Not the brightening effect like a sheen, not a highlighting kind of thing because of the shade. It just brightens up your skin. For me, that was my craze then. And I'm just really using it up because it's such a waste to not use it up. I would only recommend this if you want to use it as like a touch-up powder, not something for you to set and not something for you to use all over your face and hope to God that you're not gonna get oily throughout the day. No. I got mine at Sasa in Hong Kong and I got this for 158 Hong Kong dollars, which was 870 pesos then. The conversion then was way lower compared to the conversion now. So you just do the math, and when you convert it to the current conversion, I think it would be better if you just get it in SM if you really like it. So the next product I'm going to talk about is this, the Face Shop Oil Control Water Cushion, and I have it in shade V201 Apricot Beige. This one has SPF 50 and it's a cushion foundation. It looks like this. It has a mirror and a separate compartment for your gross sponge. This one's actually refillable. You can take this one out. So you can take this one out, replace it with something else. Cushion foundations would normally come with a ruby cell sponge and it has a dispenser that looks like this one. I think the concept behind cushion foundations is that this sponge is saturated with the pigment of the foundation. How you use it is that you take your sponge, this sponge, the ruby cell sponge, is that how you call it? And then you tap it into the product, then you get off. You press this applicator onto the sponge area of this cushion right here, and then you lightly pat it on your face. That's supposed to give the coverage that you need, and you can build it up as you wish. I have to be honest, I also don't like cushion foundations. So it claims to have a moist cover, cotton-like looking skin, and long-lasting freshness. I don't agree. I just don't think cushion foundations work too well on me. I cannot speak for every other oily T-zone individual out there who uses a cushion foundation, but is it just me, or do you notice that the foundation does not stick or does not stay in place on your T-zone, especially on your nose? I used to think that this was good on my skin until I've used it to a point where I've almost depleted the foundation, and that's when I realized that my skin is actually not good with it. I don't know, it's as if that whenever I have this on, this part of my face would look fine, but my T-zone is just going to look so cakey and I cannot handle it. I have to take my makeup off. Don't get me wrong, other people really love cushion foundations. It just doesn't work on me as much as I want it to. It would just somehow slip and slide. And even if I set it with powder, it's just going to clump up the powder. That's why it's going to look so cakey and I cannot handle it. After several uses, I've resigned to the fact that I really am not going to use this one anymore. I really just don't like wasting products that I've bought. It's such a difficult feeling to buy something that you're really excited about and then later you find out that it's not going to work for you. You have to really try to make it work. Maybe you're just doing this one wrong. Maybe you're just using the wrong primer. Maybe you're just using the wrong tools. So I really just exhaust all the possibilities before I resign to the fact that this one just doesn't work for me. I got this one when they had a promo before. It was a buy a cushion foundation and you get a refill for free. The refill is worth 595. I'm not so sure if this one applies to all the cushion foundation refills from Face Shop, but the one that I got was 595 pesos for free, and this one retails for 895. Okay, last makeup item, also from the Face Shop. This is the Lovely Me X Style My Eyebrow pencil. You can already tell how much I love this product. This is in the shade 03. I like this one. I've used this on myself. I use this on a lot of clients. This one is just really good value because this one's worth 150 pesos and it was like this long.
That's what she said.
I believe. And Face Shop usually has a promo that you buy one eyebrow product and you get the other one for free. So it's like a buy one take one, 150 for two. It's like 75. It's like 75 bucks each. I hoard this whenever they have that kind of promo. What I like about this eyebrow pencil is that it glides on really smoothly on the skin, and it's very pigmented as well. This one is in the shade 03 right here. I like the shade 03. It has the right amount of gray and brown that doesn't make your eyebrows look too harsh or too drawn on. It's so smooth, it glides on the skin. It's not too waxy and it's not too dry either. I had an experience with other eyebrow pencils. I have a difficult time working with them. I have to really put a lot of pressure onto it before I make that line, and it's sometimes not going to be comfortable to the person that you're doing the eyebrows on. Some of them you really need to tug it for it to color, but this one does not do that. In one swipe you can draw, in one swipe it colors. Even if you have oily skin, this one's not going to fade throughout the day. But if you're really oily, I suggest that you set this with an eyebrow powder just so you have a little bit of an insurance that it's not going to fade throughout the day. It's even shorter than my eyebrow, look at that. So yeah, the next time the Face Shop has buy one take one on eyebrow products, I tell you, run and get this one. You're not going to regret it. Lining your eyebrows, filling in your eyebrows is quick. It won't tug your skin, has good color payoff, and the colors look really natural. So get it now. Moving on to non-makeup related items. This is the Simple Micellar Cleansing Wipes. I purchased this one from SM Beauty Section, Watson's, and it's worth $299 for 25 wipes. I heard about this from Kathleen Lights and she raved about how this was one of her favorites, so I decided to give it a try. I was disappointed. It says, sensitive skin experts. Why did it irritate my skin? With micellar technology gently cleanses and unclogs the pores. Sensitive skin experts. I would have given them that if I didn't experience any kind of redness right after I used this one. I mean, I would understand the effect of the redness because of my rosacea. I usually suffer from chronically irritated skin. And I did feel a little bit of stinging. It really stung my skin in a way that I wasn't expecting. Somehow after I used that and my skin would turn all red, my face would feel a little bit raw, like it's been abraded in some way without being too aggressive with the rubbing motion. But I never felt that with another micellar wipe that I used before, which is actually my favorite. To me, this one probably just did not meet my expectations. But no kidding, this one really removes your makeup really well. Maybe it's just not for me. Okay, second to the last product. This one is the L'Oreal Paris Micellar Water 3-in-1. Refreshing even for sensitive skin. Cleanses, removes makeup, and soothes the skin. I have probably used up a lot of bottles of micellar water, and out of all my experiences, this one is the only micellar water so far that has not irritated my skin. It did not sting, my skin did not feel raw, and I really enjoy the fact that this one did not feel oily. This one has 250 ml worth of product in it. You can also get this at SM Beauty Section, or you can get this at Beauty Manila. Does this remove waterproof makeup? In my experience, it didn't. I use the Heroin Make Long and Curl Mascara, and everyone who uses that mascara knows that it's super waterproof. So this one is probably not going to remove that waterproof mascara, but definitely look into this if you're just using regular makeup. Something that's not 24-hour long wear. Lastly, this one I'm definitely so excited to tell you guys about. This is my holy grail makeup removing product, and this is the Majolica Clean It Zero Cleansing Balm. And this is like just the regular cleansing balm. I hoard this one every time I go to Hong Kong in Sasa, and I always make sure that I'm not going home from Hong Kong without purchasing any of these. This one actually has a sherbet gel-like consistency. It actually smells so refreshing. The scent is really good. It's not too fragrant. It's really refreshing, to be honest. And what you do is that you take the product with a spatula that it comes with. You take that product, put it on your face, you massage it really well, and instantly you're going to notice that the gel consistency is going to melt on the skin, almost like an oily kind of texture, and it's going to melt the makeup off. And once it has really melted, that's the time when you take a cotton pad and then remove the makeup from your face. After you've done that, you're going to rinse your face with water. Instantly makes me feel like my face is so hydrated. I don't know what it is, but I've never felt that with any kind of makeup removing balms and cleansers. The other difference from the other makeup removing balms that I've tried is that this one does not feel oily even as you wash it and even after you've washed it. There are some makeup removing creams that when you put it on your face, it already feels oily. When you wash your face, it's still oily, and then even after you've towel dried your face, it still has a little bit of an oily residue. But this one really doesn't have that oily residue. It just makes your face feel so hydrated and so plump in a healthy way. This one. And I've used up this jar. I'm currently on my second one. I don't see myself trying any other cleansing balms because this one just does the job really so darn well. You can get this in Landmark Trinoma. I remember they have this in the beauty section. Or if not, you can get it at Beauty Manila. It only costs you $890. The $890 is for 100 ml, but if you want the bigger one, the super size one, is $1,270. That one has 180 ml. I think it's also a good thing to get the super size one because it's so good. I would not trade this for any other cleansing balms. I won't. Hands down, this is like the best makeup removing cleansing balm. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave me a comment down below about the products that you've been emptying or that you've already emptied for this month so far. I would really love to know. Let me know what other videos you guys want to watch. Would you want to watch reviews, first impressions, tutorials, haul videos? Just leave it in the comment section down below and I will get back to you with a new video for that. And if you haven't yet, please follow me on my social media accounts. My Twitter account is @YGoDecaf and my Instagram account is @ShyChancy. Again, I'm going to leave it in the description box below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Catch me again in my next video and I will see you then. Bye! Deluxe size. Mini sizes of four sugar bomb, namely the sugar bomb. It's not. And for the blush, okay. I don't like working my brush in the blush too long. You cannot use this on your oily T-zone, definitely, because I have an itch. Currently, it retails for $1,090. Oh no,